So when I brought home a white boy, it was all good. But when I started dating a black boy, now I'm realizing, oh my gosh, my mother is a little bit prejudiced against her own people. If you haven't watched part one, you need to watch it. Then you can come back over here. I'm going to try and speed through the next few years because I've got some voicemails for y'all. And the next few videos are going to be us literally listening to voicemails and just listening to how things progressed after I finally left her house. So we fast forward through 2008 through 2009, and things did not get better. Things were very much the same. I was very much still giving housekeeper, maid, um, chef, student, dancing, theater nerd, caregiver. I was still doing everything. And then eventually I started to want a normal kind of life. And so I finally thought I was dating a white boy that I had a huge crush on since freshman year. Come to find out, his parents are racist. And he was like, I never intended on taking you home. We can't be like serious. So I broke up with him in 2009 and swore I would never deal with any boy ever again in my life, you know, the dramatics. And I started to run for SGA president. I messaged my now husband and said, hey, I know we don't know each other, but would love your vote for SGA president. Woo, 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 woo. Now, mind you, I was copying and pasting this message to everybody on social media. And he literally was like, Karen, we had a whole class together, sophomore year, English. And I was embarrassed and I acted like I didn't forget, but I definitely forgot. We became very, very close friends and we talked all throughout the summer about Smallville and So You Think You Can Dance, if you know, you know. And things developed into like this amazing friendship, and we didn't begin dating officially until January 2010. And I hid it from my mom. And I don't remember how she found out, but it was volatile. She was disgusted. It didn't matter that he was like really good in band. He was a musician, played saxophone, was drum major for the last 2 years, like junior year, senior year. Didn't matter that he was first chair, second chair. None of that mattered to her. She wanted me to marry like a white man that was going to be a lawyer or a doctor. Like it was really weird. She raised me to be very independent. But she also was like wanting me to be a trad wife. I don't even know, to a white man. I don't even know. In the midst of all of this and her harming me, I began to attempt to harm myself. And then throughout all of this, I'm still having the migraines. And eventually, I start being hospitalized often between the migraines and me having issues with my asthma. I was constantly sick and honestly didn't figure it out until I left for college that it was the carpet that the last owners claimed was new. I figured it out. They had cats, and my asthma did not like the dander that they left behind. Also, figured out with the migraines around that time that the last thing it could have been was hormonal. Now, I thought I had a tumor because that that was the only thing that made sense. We did go to my gynecologist and they suggested birth control, but my mother, being my mother, was like, oh no, I'm not giving her a free pass to have sex. And then if you fast forward to my mid 20s, when I finally got on birth control, that is actually what stopped my migraines. I missed like half of my senior year, and I was actually dual enrolled with Jefferson State Community College. And I actually took so many classes that I graduated high school in May 2010, and then I graduated Jeff State in December of 2010. And then I entered my college as a junior. And I did all of these things while dealing with the harm, while being a caregiver. And it was like everything I did, it wasn't enough. And eventually I started doing things to please her. And then it morphed me into like a people pleaser. And I was gonna go out of state for college, and I should have, but I wanted to stay close because I was worried about my great grandparents. I was worried about what would happen if I wasn't there because I knew it was a lot of work. And keep in mind, I had taken care of my great grandmother through 3 strokes, and my great grandfather had cancer. while I was in high school. I think I was 16, going on 17. And the story behind that is I didn't even know he had cancer. She just told me I had to take him to appointments every week. He had a little something. And I found out through like people talking to their doctor or my great grandfather talking to the doctor. And I went home and I was like, are you telling me this man has cancer? And she was like, oh, it's just a little something. It was cancer, y'all. Once I went to college, the weight, even though I was only 20 minutes away, the weight lifted significantly. But it only lifted in terms of like the physical harm. I was still being verbally harmed. I was still dealing with so much. And it took a toll on me academically. And my mom trying to like still control me, she ended up putting my great grandmother in a facility. And long story short, she had a final stroke and did not make it. And ultimately, like, she got taken out of the facility before she didn't make it, but the damage was kind of done. And after it was all said and done, she passed away in December 2010. She literally told me that it was my fault. Like, I got blamed for my great grandmother's death because she was so busy dealing with me and all of my issues and trying to make sure I was good that she wasn't able to take care of her, so it was my fault. I went to school spring semester, and well, that was a little bit of a doozy.